Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what's next in your career, relationships, and unexpected surprises. To do this reading, these are our three piles. You can either pick your piles using the Nine of Pentacles on top of each deck, or you can pick them using your crystals. If this is your preferred method, let me introduce your crystals to you. But very quickly, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Okay, so for pile number 1, you have the Lapis Lazuli in the shape of a star. For pile number 2, you have the Hematite in the shape of a disco ball. And for pile number 3, you have the Amazonite in the shape of a heart. So take a look at which one of these three piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, perhaps today you feel drawn to all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the piles that you are meant to hear, to know more about specifically today, your career, relationships, and unexpected surprises. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then my dear soul family, as you know, this part of the introduction is specifically for you. And what I like to do is shuffle your signs really well. And then in a moment, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. All right, so let's get straight into it. For pile number 1, the signs are Libra, Aries, Virgo, as well as Cancer. The signs for pile 2 are Scorpio, Gemini, Taurus, as well as Sagittarius. And of course, the signs for pile number 3 are Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo, and Pisces. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that as well. Whatever your way is, the way that resonates with you at the moment is the right way for you. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's next for you in your career, relationships, and also unexpected surprises. Can't wait to get into your reading. These are the decks that I will be using. If you're interested to check out their names, you want to know what they are, I always list them down in the description box for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Ooh, I think we've got our cards from this deck. 1, 2, and I guess the last row will have 2. And yeah, now you can see what we're doing. Each one will have a specific row to it. Okay, so your crystal is the beautiful Lapis Lazuli in the shape of a star. Some of you have chosen this deck through the beautiful 9 of Pentacles. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Aries, Virgo, and Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. Follow your intuition. This is just another way for others as well to pick their piles. And if later you're interested in checking out the pile with your zodiac sign, you can always do that. Okay, so as mentioned, we'll have each row representing an energy that we're taking a look at in today's reading. The first one will be pertaining to your career. We can even remove this deck here and we'll have more space for the other 2 piles. In any case, it's not the amount of or the number of cards. It's always the energy behind the cards. And so I guess it's just how it ended up. Right, so let's begin with your career. What can you expect next in your career, my dear pile number 1? So you've got the fuzzy cat with ineffable fluff, engage in rapt contemplation. Interesting. All right. You have... Oh, I guess you're getting 2 cards here. The nectar, as well as the storm. That's actually cool. I'll tell you what I'm seeing in a moment. Really, really cool. You'll be surprised. Okay, so you've got the octopus. Regeneration, exactly what I like. I can't wait to tell you. The regeneration, renewal, resourceful in a pickle. Very cool. Love, love, love this for you. You've got the rune Berkana, obviously. I mean, which other would you get with this type of energy? Okay, so let's pick out your tarot cards. You've got the Ace of Cups, exactly. You've got the 5 of Cups. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands, 2 queens. Really cool. This is so clear. Wow. Okay, how about we pick this one? And you've got the Fool card. Unbelievable. All right, so it's the cards are very clear. What I'm thinking is the cats have 9 lives. And you can see with the storm here that something recently hit you hard when it comes to your career. Maybe you've had a difficulty recently, like maybe you left your job, or maybe you've had an argument with your manager. Maybe something went wrong in your work and you had to fix it. Obviously, with the storm, something was not easy for you in the last period. Maybe you're a business owner and the market hit you hard, the economy. In any case, I see with the nectar, not only are you blossoming, but you know the nectar is a source of food. And it's also, by the way, regeneration. I can't remember what it's called in Hinduism. Hold on, let me check. Okay, so it's called Amrit. It's like a miraculous substance in the nectar or the nectar itself. and it contains infinite healing power. It's like it gives immortality. So do you see that, along with the 9 lives of the cat? I feel like you may have gone through a harsh or hard hit recently in your career that you were really trying to recuperate from. But you see all of the hands in the octopus, it looks like you didn't take this life. You're a survivor, my dear pile number 1. All of these hands, you're like, I'm not letting this go. Let me learn this. Let me do this. Let me handle that. Let me go this direction. And you're like working at many things at the same time, handling so many things at the same time. And this created such huge energy of renewal, regeneration. It's like you're the person who would never die here. You've got, you give me this energy of being such a powerful soul that nothing beats you down. You're like, you get hit and you get back up. You get hit and you get back up. I feel like you're, with this type of energy, especially the Amrit, you give me this sense of, I will survive. How can I explain the feeling that I'm picking up here? You give me this sense of, like, I can imagine your energy of nothing is taking me down. You know in action movies when they get hit and they get hit and they get hit, and you think, that one was harsh, and then a few seconds later the fingers move and this person's getting back up and you're like, whoa, what a hero. So that's the energy I'm picking up from you, and at least how your spirit guides are describing you. You don't get beaten down, and because this one was harsh, this one was really, it was a hard hit with the storm. So it only taught you something so valuable, and it's making you even more invincible, my dear pile number 1. So you're not in this area of your life. No, nobody can take that from you. This is like you're claiming that energy. That's my area kind of thing. And you've spread your efforts in different directions, making sure you contain it back. Like the storm is spreading it and the octopus hands are gathering it back. It's like, no, that's mine. So that's what I'm feeling here in this energy. And look at the amount of cards that are talking about your new beginning. Berkana rune is a rune of fertility. So you can see a birth, or maybe in your case, a rebirth. Ace of Cups, a new beginning that you will love and enjoy with the honey. And it's a new beginning, like rebirth again. Because you see the 5 of Cups here, Pooh ran out of the honey that he loves so much in the 5 of Cups. But it was in the end. You can see the 2 cups standing behind him, representing that there's always hope, there's always regeneration, especially with you. And you're like, oh, I just took out my last drop. What am I gonna do? I'm not losing this, or I'm not, this is not getting out of my grip. This is something that I care about. You really obviously care about your career and you really enjoy it, and you're getting a new beginning that you will love. And with the rabbit here also, it's a beginning of abundance. You're going to be very abundant with this new beginning, especially with the type of effort and the learning that you've gained this time. There's a lot of abundance coming up, and you can see it being insisted or repeated by the Queen of Pentacles. Again, the Queen of Pentacles knows how to make her dreams come true. She lives in abundance. You can see that energy as well being repeated in your reading. 2 queens. The queens are healing energy. So you can see throughout this part of your reading, something was not going right and you're not going anywhere, and your career is not going anywhere. There's a lot of healing energy. I feel like you've handled this situation, the storm, very well. And as I was saying, your cards are talking about new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Unbelievable. New beginning that you will enjoy so much. And it is one that will bring a lot of abundance for you. And the Queen of Wands, a lot of great reputation. you will be seen as perhaps someone that others can rely on, or your name, your if this is your business, your brand. Yeah, you will be seen with the Queen of Wands as someone others can rely on, that you are credible, even when you get hit, even when things don't go right, you're able to pick things up very well. You'll be seen with the Queen of Wands as very professional. Yeah, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, very professional, very reliable, great reputation. And I see that your wealth is increasing exponentially, especially with the Ace of Cups here. You're being presented a great opportunity, and I feel like your guides are saying this is like a reward, a divine gift given to you, be it in the presentation of a new opportunity, or maybe something that you will start, or a great move that you will be making. In any case, you're being presented with something that you love so much as a reward for, handling that storm so well. You've done something right here that your guides are so proud of you for. What have you done that your guides are so proud of you for? Because if you've done something right, it's equally important to see what it is so you can keep doing it. Let's just pull out a few cards. The Magician, the Queen of Swords. Ooh. Okay, you're highly thought of by your guides in this area. You have the Page of Wands, as well as the Strength card. Isn't it so sweet to get cards like these from your guides? That is like awesome, really. So I'm seeing your guides are saying you've used your resources well. You've been very disciplined with the Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. You've taken the feedback as learning, and you started mapping out with passion what you wanted to do next. And so you can see with the Strength card, you've worked with this situation and not against it. Like, you've seen what this situation was trying to tell you very well, and you worked with that energy, planning and thinking, right, so I'm going to do this next. I'm going to do that. What resources do I have? I'm going to use all of these resources. It's like you're using all of the elements right. For example, you know how when, in order for someone to find balance, how in the heavens, in the heavenly realms, there's no separation. The mental, the body, the emotional body, the physical body, the spiritual body are all one. And then when they come down, they seem all separated, and it's our job to learn how to make them one again, bring the yin and the yang back again. You know what I mean? And so in that sense, with the Magician, it's also what I feel you've done here in your job. You've realized something about with all the four elements, that it's not just, for example, tasks, that it's also about taking care of your emotional health at work, taking care of your physical health at work, taking care of maybe educating yourself or learning more. You've done something pertaining to the four elements together, because the Magician is as above, so below. And this is why I'm talking about the above elements being one and then seemingly divided below. You see what I'm trying to say? So now that I've explained why I'm talking about that, let me now go back to summarize what I was saying. So this means that with the four elements, maybe Pentacles, you worked with the materials or the resources that you had well. You grasped the concept and you maybe started doing things differently. Also, you've taken care of your emotional health. You maybe in your job you started saying no to some things, like no, I won't be able to do that. Maybe you've spoken to your manager saying I won't be able to do that. You've learned so well from that hit. You've learned well emotionally. Swords, you've changed your mind and your plans, and that's very clear here about the different things that you want to do. overall, I feel like you've taken good care of yourself. Maybe you've changed your the way you do your work. There's something like in the core that you've changed that is not just pertaining to the task or work itself, but maybe you've like put some great boundaries when it comes to your manager and colleagues. Maybe you started sleeping early so that you're not going to work tired. I see that you've made drastic changes in your life that have affected your overall handling of your work, and which makes me think in that case maybe even the storm could have happened as an awakening to help you take care of everything else, not just that. So that's what I'm seeing. You started planning what's wrong with my work or what's wrong with the situation at all. You looked at an overall picture and you started mapping out, right? So I want to change this, I want to change that, I don't want to do work like this anymore, I want to do it like that. And you've worked very well with the strength card, with this energy. It's like your guides are saying, great job, because the strength card is not about fighting something, it's about having the emotional and mental intelligence to handle something that could be dangerous amicably, gracefully, and working together with it. And so this is what I'm seeing here. Your guide's very proud of you for doing. It's not like you pushed it out or done some drastic changes that didn't make sense. You're like, I'm not pushing this challenge away, I'm working with it, I'm handling it well. So your guides are very proud of your discipline, how you were able to see the whole picture and work with the different energies pertaining to this critical situation or the situation at large, and taking action, taking very strong, passionate action with that. So good job, my dear pile number one. I really feel your guides are very proud of you in that area. Okay, so up next in your career, what you feel you were losing with the Five of Cups, or you were disappointed at, or maybe it was nearly running out, is going to give you so much back. And I feel like you're excited about this new beginning that will happen, my dear pile number one. Okay, so now let's take a look at what's next in your relationships. So you have, I got the infinity out of the strength card again, we put it back. So anyways, the loop, belonging, repetition, change, expectations. Okay, you have the rune, the Laguz rune. Okay, that's really cool. Right. You're cleaning something that has been very repetitive in the area of your relationship. So that's good news. Okay, we'll talk about it when it's time for it. You've got the spark, passion, creativity, joy, rekindle your inner fire. Really cool. Okay, so it looks like you have done this work, not that you are going to. Looks like you have done that. Okay. And this one's been sticking out, making me curious. Let's take it. You've got, guys, there we go. You've got the melancholy. Right. Are we missing any oracle cards? Yes, we are. The circular one. How come there's so many? We took two of these. Okay, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Right. So you've got the maiden. Ooh, what a card to get in the relationships part. So whether this is romantic or not to you, take it how it resonates. I will tell you what you can expect, or maybe you're already in a relationship, maybe you're single. I'm gonna be speaking as the energy, and you can always and you will understand how that pertains to your life. So you've got the Knight of Wands. Some passion is back on. Okay, you've got the Four of Swords. You've been on a break, it seems. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Lovely. You've got the Ten of Wands, right, as well. Very interesting cards. As well as, wow, the Nine of Cups. You're going to be very happy in this area next. Let me tell you what I am seeing. Melancholy. I feel like you have been... melancholy is like feeling so sad, but like making it bigger than it is. So maybe this is talking about some form of victim mentality, or maybe chasing something that keeps giving you the same results. And so it looks to me that, see, it says change expectations. There's repetition. There's something that kept a pattern in the area of your relationships in your life, whether this has to do in your love life or your connections with others. There's something that kept being repeated by you. I feel like you, with melancholy, you believed in your... you believed too much your emotions. And you, for that reason, you kept repeating a cycle and not growing out of it. Like you kept repeating maybe a limiting belief to yourself, like, or kept following a need when it comes to relationship. There's a pattern in any case that you kept repeating. The Laguz rune shows that there is cleansing. So how did this cleansing happen? Right next to the melancholy, you've got the spark, which means that you've noticed something so well about a pattern of behavior. You've got enlightened and you've understood something so important about a way or a pattern you have been creating. And believe it or not, I mean, healing is important, and healing is always important, but believe it or not, merely realizing, putting the light on a dark spot or dark area that you weren't seeing before has instantly started releasing that pattern, because now it's not functioning in the dark behind your back, causing this sadness. Shedding light on noticing your behavior, now it doesn't go unnoticed anymore. And somehow, instead of it working against you, it started by shedding the light on this. It started working to your favor, because it's now being released, cleansed with the Laguz rune. It's a rune of water, a cleansing. So, yeah, and it's like something that, an emotion with melancholy that was constantly being thrown at you by your subconscious mind, with the ocean here of the Laguz rune representing the subconscious. So it's like perhaps an emotion that you weren't noticing. You didn't put your finger on it, go, I always do that, or I always feel like that. You catch yourself going, why am I acting like that? Why do I feel like that? Or, hey, it looks like I have this need, or I have this sadness or something. Putting a light on that, like showing your mind, I got you, is no longer making this emotion run rampantly without you noticing it. Somehow, this has led to cleansing and healing. Maybe you're always focused on it with the spark now. You're like, I can see you, I see you, I see you. And thus it's not working automatically as it used to. And somehow, you putting the light on this emotion is starting now to cleanse it ever more for you. It's starting to be released, and it's releasing with it a lot of pain or whatever this was, a specific need or something. And with the maiden, it's kind of like a reset button. You're going back to your exciting self with the maiden. because you've got the Knight of Wands. Both kind of remind me of teenage energy, or let's call it fresh energy. So you're going back to fresh energy. After a little bit with the Four of Swords of recuperation and healing, as this is happening, bam, with the Ace of Pentacles, there is a new beginning. You're finally ending your journey of carrying a load of heaviness on you that was preventing you from having healthy, beautiful connections with other people to begin with. So as this is being released, what's expected next with the Four of Swords is some recuperation time for this energy to release and heal, being cleansed by the ocean here. Huge energy. Being cleansed out of your subconscious mind. It's kind of like you've been holding on to that sad feeling for a very long time. Maybe you've gone through a bad relationship previously in your life. Maybe this is bad friendships. Maybe it may even go before that, from childhood. Whatever that bad emotion is, it doesn't matter anymore where it came from. What matters is that you caught it and that you're now changing. It's being released. Don't play with it. Just let it be and let it release normally. Because very soon you will end walking around with so much heaviness, to the point of maybe you not even wanting to connect with others, or feeling like you have the energy to connect with others, or have the energy to even get into love relationships. There's a lot of heaviness here, and there's only a very little bit to go during that recuperation time before you feel back as your old self with the Maiden and the Knight of Wands. So excited, so passionate about connecting with others, about love, whatever this means in your life when it comes to your relationships. You can see with the Nine of Cups that you are going to be emotionally fulfilled very soon. There's no more heaviness taking that joy, robbing that joy from you any longer. The door is opened for new people to come into your life and enjoy your happiness that you are radiating. I see you standing there saying, welcome, come in. I enjoy that now. So my dear pile number 2, very cool. This is what I see next for you. I love your energy. Wow, pile number 1. I really admire your energy through and through. Good job. Okay, and to know and to see that by merely noticing an energy and allowing it to heal, great job. I bet you didn't even know that, but that's what's going on right here. And look, I just noticed. Do you see the light bulb and the spark? I mean, that can't be a coincidence. It's like, and it sparked it up. They're even both called sparks. So I feel like one of the things you've been doing here, just a thought, one of the things that you've been doing up here due to the storm that happened in your career somehow sparked a realization. We did see with the Magician card that you worked in all areas, right? Somehow sparked a realization or helped you realize something and see something within your emotions when it comes to your relationships and your connections in general. So, wow, this must be like surreal time for you coming next with the many changes. I bet when you were going through this time, you might have been thinking, why is this happening to me? And going through the aftermath now, you are going to feel like you're one of the luckiest people ever, because that type of healing and change is only reserved for the heroes. Okay, so my dear pile number 3, let's check out what unexpected surprises, more. Let's find out. So The lightning? Come on. What's up with this pile? Enlightened being. Exactly. Discovery, enlightenment, the spark of creation. And you're not stopping there, it seems, my dear pile number 3. Let's see what else you're up to. So you've got the fan. Enthusiasm, devotion. Is it time to choose a side? Really? Is it time to choose a side? I'm getting this idea that with the hands, because we've got spark of creation, you will be doing something on the side, or considering to be doing something on the side. And look, the fan shows that a lot of people will be your number one fan pertaining to this other thing. See, you're split in half. Half of you is doing something and the other half is doing another. And I feel like unexpected surprise. Maybe you're already doing something on the side. Maybe you have a job and you started on your creative endeavor, or you started something creative in your life that's important to you. In any case, you've got many people that will become the number one fan with that side thing, a side hustle, or a side project, or side creative thing that you will do in your life soon. That's going to be very surprising here. All right, let's see what this is. Let's get more information. So you've got, oh, really? 3 cards? Okay. So you've got the thread. Right. You've got Kairos. You've been seeing the signs. Let's see. You've been noticing patterns, seeing the signs, or you've been inspired to do something. Let's see. You've got the mystic. Wow. What's up with this pile? Of course. Do you see the thread? You're highly connected to the heavens. You've got great capabilities of the seeing, of being able to see beyond the veil. Like you're able to pick up creative ideas very easily from the heavens, pick up your messages easily from the heavens. You are able to use your intuition to see things that maybe others don't usually see. There's something definitely about you, and you're being described with it here. Don't know why yet, but it's there. So let's continue. We'll find out, I believe, when we take a look at the rest of your cards. So you've got consolation. Look at the angel coming here. What does it say on the card? Hold on. 6,000. Are these 6,000 coins? 6,006. So if this could be money, or this could be blessings, something that you are starting will be blessing you with so much that you're not expecting, and it's going to happen very soon. So let's keep that here. You've envisioned this. You've envisioned this for yourself. Right. Are we missing any cards? The rune. The runes. That's the one missing. The Daga's rune. There's a huge transformation. Transformation in that case means you've already started something. Or that you have transformed, changed your life so much that you are going to follow your creativity. Yeah. But there's huge transformation here. I would say for most of you, you've already started this. You've been seeing visions. You've been envisioning this and manifesting this, right? So that's what's happening here. You've been envisioning this and manifesting this for so long, and you have been working on it. For a lot of you, it's part-time. If this is not you now, then this is what you're going to do. And it does look like this will transform so quickly for you, and it's going to be bringing you a lot of blessings depending on what this is. So easiest example, if this is a side hustle or a side project or something that you're doing, it's going to be bringing in a lot of money soon that you're not expecting would come that quickly, just as you've been envisioned and promised. And this with the Dagaz rune is going to be huge and a transformative energy in your life, a transformative phase. And I believe that it's going to help you come out of the dark, maybe even as a new person who's free to do many things in your life. So let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what you have. You've got the 9 of Pentacles. I've got a fly here in the house for 3 days now, and I've been very annoyed for 2 days. And I just got used to it or her being there. And then I woke up this morning going, hey, you're there, hello. So I got these mixed feelings of befriending it, but at the same time having to bear the annoyances every 3 seconds. But it's our friend now. She's here. So you've got the Empress card. You've got the 7 of Wands, the Page of Swords. Look at that. And he climbed and he climbed and he climbed and he climbed. He sang a little song to himself. Okay, I must say you really hustled here. So this is like not something you're starting. For a lot of you, following and trusting the cards, this is something you've already started. That will give you results. I'm sticking with that. And you've got the Knight of Swords. But please take it as it resonates. If this is something that's yet to come, trust it. Trust that this is your message. So, look, the 9 of Pentacles and the Empress, this is fulfillment. This is feeling happy. This is living a comfortable life. This is feeling absolutely fulfilled after the hard work that you have done. This is great healing, knowing that the Empress is the culmination of the 4 queens, the healing. So this is a lot of healing because you've been climbing and climbing and climbing. You know, you've 7 of Wands. It seems like this specific journey had so many challenges in the way, but you kept trying and trying and pushing through and pushing through, and you kept pep talking yourself to continue and to continue and to believe, because what are the odds that both of the cards are climbing up a tree? So it wasn't easy. It was going against gravity. You had to like really fight through many things to get to what you want. Now, although it was arduous all through and through, the Knight of Swords shows that it's going to start moving fast for you. So that's momentum, you know, for things like you're probably thinking, I thought it was easy to go get my honey. But then you realize that you had to learn a lot with the Page of Swords. You've learned a lot about what you're doing, the goal that you're reaching, how to get there, what you need to change about yourself and your situations, your habits, everything. You've learned a lot, maybe even about laws, who knows? But you've learned a lot, and you kept going. Even with every challenge that shocks you, you're like, we're going, we're moving there. And and it shows the unexpected surprise here because of all the lightning as well. You will be enlightened with great news that you did not see coming, at least so soon, with regards to this path. And you're gonna love it. You see the heart here? You're gonna love it, and it's gonna make you even more excited, and it's gonna make you, with the Knight of Swords, have even more faith towards it, and you're like moving well towards it, and it's changing everything in your life, especially your comfort and your abundance. And you've been seeing a lot of signs talking about this previously. You've been hanging on by a thread, but you're highly connected. There's no question here. Highly connected, and just as you've been seeing promises, now you're going to see the rewards of the promises you've been getting. Look, you're going to be doing something so well that you will have people look up to you, look up to what you're doing, the way you've done things. Obviously, you're going to do it so well, you're going to master it, that you're going to have people go, I'm the number one fan of pile number one, and how they've persevered through this, how they went through the challenges, or maybe what it is that you are helping them with. It depends on really what it is. Or maybe you're even helping them by inspiring them. So in any case, this was not an easy journey, but you kept persisting. You kept persisting, and you will be enlightened with great news that will surprise you. It will awestruck you, literally. How well this is starting to work for you, and just how happy and abundant you're going to be because of this. And yeah, you're going to have, moving forward, one of the many things that's going to change about you is your absolute unwavering faith with regards to this path. And yeah, like I said, this is going to change so many things in your life, transform the way you live, transform who you are, transform what you do moving forward. You have no idea how transformative this is going to be, and how awestrucking the results are going to be in this next phase of your life. So my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see in your reading about the 3 things to expect next: your career, your relationships, and the unexpected surprises. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number one, it was such a pleasure spending time with you today. I loved your messages and piles, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's next for you. Whoa, so that's for the first part. We're taking a look at what's next for you in terms of your career, relationships, and of course, as you may know from the title, unexpected surprises. We'll be designating a whole row for each one of these so that we can get as much details on each as possible. But very quickly, before we begin your reading, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful hematite in the shape of a disco ball. Some of you were drawn to this pile through the 9 of Pentacles in this deck. Oh, this one did come out. Your first reading is ready to rumble right away. All right. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, do you see? Unbelievable. The signs for this pile are Scorpio, Gemini, Taurus, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. First thing we're going to be taking a look at is what's next in your career. So, you've got the Mystic. Do you see all the eyes here? What is it representing? Manifesting something you've envisioned, for sure. But, you know, just a initial sign that I'm seeing, initial spark. But let's see. So you've got the Mystic, you've got the bubbles, peace, relaxation, joy, short-lived good fortune. Love this. Okay. And you see here there are bubbles, but these are like pearls. And doesn't it look like materialization, like something started out as bubbles and then actually materialized into pearls? Something like that. All right. Like you first, as you blow into them, you're hoping for something. You put that energy out there into, like you say something, you say it out into the universe, and then it materializes. Anyways, you've got the Peroth rune. Ooh. This is definitely materializing. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. I'm telling you guys, you are materializing something these days in the area of your career. So you've got the Queen of Wands with sharing. And it's called sharing because there's something so beautiful about the Queen of Wands. It's one of the things that I love about the Queen of Wands, is that she helps build other people's kingdoms as she builds her own kingdom. And that's why I have sharing. She shares the blessings that she has. So there's something about you pertaining to you being such a giving person. Like you're focused, you're so focused, you're a great manifestor, obviously, and you're a giving person. You've been giving so much. It's kind of like, since it's in the area of your career, you've been giving so much in that. Like you take your job seriously, you respect it, you honor it. There's so much energy with the Queen of Wands that exudes from you, giving energy that exudes from you as you're doing your job. And so with the Peroth rune, something is fated to happen here for you that you've envisioned. The mystic, you are a manifester. It's one of your great powers. And you've said something out of your mouth one day, you've put it out into the universe, be it in the energy of hope, in the energy of vision. You've really envisioned something so strong, and it seems like it's fated to give you so much abundance back these days. That's what's up next. I think you're going to be so surprised with how much it's going to give you. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You've got the Fool card, the Five of Pentacles with the Outsider. Whoa, you've got the Knight of Wands with intensity. You're going to love this. And you've got the Chariot card with awareness. So there's movement here with the Chariot card in conjunction to the Knight of Wands, the fastest one of the fastest knights in the deck. So there's definitely movement, and there is movement that will change your life, even change who you are. And maybe this is like changing your role even. Like maybe you're going to take on a higher role or something. There's huge transformation, including in who you are, maybe how you identify yourself or what your role is going to be. It's something that will really change you even as a person, because you're going to get so much growth out of it. And it's going to make you bolder. It's going to make you step outside of your comfort zone, and you're going to love who you're becoming with this role. So what am I seeing? I am seeing that something is fated to happen here for you with the Peroth rune, something that you've envisioned a long time ago, and now you're going to receive. This is going to make you so excited, because what does this mean? This thing that you will be given, this opportunity, or this whatever the universe is sharing with you here, that you are manifesting. It means right away that you get access to something freely that you didn't have access to before. You get to enjoy it, indulge in it, throw yourself into it. Whereas previously you felt like you didn't have access to that which you were envisioning. Suddenly it starts rolling out, it starts working, and you feel like you want to throw yourself into it. You want to enjoy the abundance that it is resulting. What you can expect next with that is so much movement. Like once this is given to you and you have access to it, you see there's a free fall here. There's this also shows us speed. So there's great speed, there's great movement. I feel like you're gonna be happy to take such a huge leap of faith, and you're gonna want to move quickly, and you're going to learn so much from this speed specifically. It's gonna be so good for you. I think you're going to be making a good decision actually to be moving that fast, because also the learning and the awareness that will come with this speed is going to be as fast. So one of the things about the Fool card is that the Fool card doesn't just jump into a new experience because they know how to deal. How do I want to say this? They jump into new experiences. They don't know what's to come, what they're going to face. They obviously are oblivious to the type of experience for the things that they will encounter, but they jump into it knowing that they can rely on their experience, on their skills, on their intelligence, on their intuition. So the Fool doesn't jump. Like the Fool is known that yes, they're jumping, for example, into a waterfall. That's a scary jump, but they know worst comes to worst, I know how to swim kind of energy. That's the Fool card. That is symbolized by what they're carrying in the Fool. So they've got some things that they can use in their way, maybe not everything, but they have the basics of what they believe they will need in this journey. So that's what I'm feeling here. You're going to really jump into this, and it's going to be really good for you, because what you have, the type of skills that you have, will help you quickly recuperate from anything that may not go exactly how you want. It will help you change very quickly. Maybe this is leadership. It will help your leadership change, or it will help you in general know how to handle things better. And this is going to be so good because that type of speed is also affecting your speed of growth in general. Like there's a specific type of shadow that you're leaving behind with that type of speed to match that energy of what is you're going through. Like for example, let's say you had to teach very quickly and you're not good at teaching, and now that you're put in that situation, ride or die, you're like, right, well, I'll teach, I'll learn what I need to do, and you pick up on how you can teach people better. You watch videos, you read books, and you get into that energy and you pick up that skill. Or maybe it's sales and you're like, oh, but I'm not good at sales. That pushes you have to do that now, so that pushes you out of a fear perhaps that you had, and you start selling. Maybe it's public speaking, maybe it's leadership, maybe it is like managing people, being able to handle a large number of people, whatever that was. This will help you grow out of a shadow, perhaps fear, that you previously had. And this is going to be a great fortune for you. That will help you move intensely, like move greatly in the path of your career. So very quickly, let's see what is fated. What have you envisioned that's coming true? Let's pull out like 3-4 cards to get more clues on that. Past lives. Moon card. I feel like this is something that was in the pipeline. Do you see? Something in the pipeline. Something you have been envisioning with the moon card before, trying to bring it out into the world. Bottleneck. There was something that was preventing it from coming out. Whoa, 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 whoa. You've got the Hierophant here with the concept of the Sanskrit concept of shunyata. So this means from nothing, everything is created. And so do you see all this mysticism here? What are you doing? I feel like you're really manifesting this, no joke. And although there was a bottleneck, it is your energy and your faith, Hierophant, your belief, Hierophant, is what will actually bring this to life. This is going to be a huge fated surprise in your life. So it's something that's already in the pipeline, something that hasn't come out to the world. You're envisioning it. It's still a concept maybe in your head, or maybe there is work, but it's still not out there. And the Knight of Pentacles has been very slow, to the point of where you perhaps thinking if this is going to happen at all. Like, I think with the Knight of Pentacles here, like, you're not seeing ahead. It's so slow. It's in the pipeline. This must give you the energy of this doesn't look like it's working, but the only thing that's working here is your belief and faith and your manifestation powers. Do you see? Also, this tortoise or turtle, in that case, it looks like a tortoise, is reaching the seashore. So you're there. You just don't know it, my dear pile number one. You are there. You just don't know it. You're nearly there, my dear pile number one. So that's what I see in terms of what's next in your career. You're manifesting something huge that you had so much faith in. And look, and when we say you felt locked out, now we can see with the cards you really felt locked out. It's like it's stuck. It's not moving. It's not there. It's not happening. You feel like you believe in something so much and you're locked out. And very surprising energy. You're now going to experience the opposite energy of it moving so quickly. You know, when you try to push something out of a bottleneck and you put so much force into it, and all of a sudden when it pops out, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to move so quickly. And I really feel that it's going to move so quickly because of all of this manifestation power and belief in it that you've had so strongly. So yeah, that's what I see that you can expect next in the area of your work, your career. All right, so now, can you see your cards? Let's take a look at what you can expect next in terms of your relationships, whatever that is. Love, relationships with people, important connections. Maybe you're already in a relationship, maybe you're single. I'll be making sure I read the energy as I see it, and you this way can take it according to how it resonates with you. So, we've got two, this one and this one. You've got the self. You know, pile number one had a very close idea. You see how you're radiating these days? Wow, the vessel. Well, it looks like you've been taking very good care of yourself these days. We'll see how this connects to your relationship, but maybe for some of you, this is physical. And there's a glow up. Maybe it's both. It's emotional, physical. I would say this is definitely talking about how you've been very focused lately on taking good care of yourself in so many ways. And so it seems like there's a huge glow up to you these days. Let's see how this is affecting your relationships, but very cool to see. How about we put it like that, right? We can always use that space. Right, so this is you. You've got size. Ooh. This reminds me of how when someone would look at you glowing like that and go, ah, is this a crush? I don't know. Let's see. But you're getting a lot of admiration for the work that you're doing on yourself. You've got the Raven. Never say never. Prophecy. Again, the prophecy here is so strong. 2 prophecies in one reading. Wow. This is your time, I guess. Prophecy, insight, wisdom, darkness brings the light. Never say never. I would say there's something. Apologies. So with never say never in terms of what's next in your relationships, it seems like there is something that you thought perhaps would never happen for you. And it seems like the prophecy, it's prophesied that it would actually happen. Like imagine going around thinking that something would never happen for you in the area of relationships. And then realizing that it actually is written for you, for it to happen for you. So I don't know what exactly that prophecy is, but let's find out together what its energy is. You've got the Isa rune. Oops, the Isa rune. You know, the Isa rune is about finding a treasure, but only when you're willing to dig deep and go long enough to find it. So I see, could be you are the treasure or something. I don't know. Again, let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what you can expect next year. But it's very exciting. I feel like something's trying to form here. You've got, look at that, the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you're growing as a person. There's an emphasis on how you are growing. Also something about your body's changing, and there's a glow up with it. And Moon is feminine energy, and so it's feminine energy is what? Exuding beauty, right? So feminine energy doesn't mean gender. It just means that you're becoming more beautiful, handsome, something along these lines. So it's also physically here. You've got, and spiritually as well. So you've got the 7 of Wands with stress. So something is going to happen in an area that used to stress you out when it came to relationships. I feel like the reason you couldn't enjoy that type of relationship, whatever that was, is that you were focusing on handling so many things within you. Maybe you had to worry about so many things that you were not enjoying the moment. Also, there's a pop here. Is this talking about popping the ego? Maybe you healed your ego or something? I don't know. Let's continue. You've got the 8 of Pentacles with ordinariness. Yes, I feel like there was a wound pertaining to the ego that was causing you a lot of stress. Maybe any single action that would hit in that wound, in that ego, would hurt your ego a lot, and it would make you suffer and get into a lot of stress. And I feel like there's more patience, there's more tranquility, especially with ordinariness. It's like taking it, it's like not, something to you is okay for it not to be amazing anymore. It doesn't hurt your ego anymore. It's like you have worked on yourself to glow. That's the energy I'm seeing. And that's what the Isa rune is talking about. Working hard to get the treasure. It's like it doesn't hurt your ego anymore because you've realized the good stuff about you, and you've realized the things that you want to improve. You're working on that. And with ordinary, you're okay with the things that aren't glowing, that are simply ordinary, and that's all human beings. There are some things that are super fantastic, there are some things to work on, and there are some things that are ordinary. And I feel like in any case, it's not hurting your ego anymore. I feel like you're now deciding to be patient and to take your time, good time, to improve all of the things that you want to improve about yourself. And until that happens, that's okay with you. It doesn't hurt your ego anymore. And I don't know why the reading is so focused on the self, but let's find out together. You've got, whoa, the Six of Wands with success. And you have the Ten of Wands with suppression of emotion. Exactly. There was a type of emotion that you were suppressing, and that could be, especially with the hurt ego, something that you wanted to be. Perhaps you were always identifying yourself having it instead of working on it. And so its potential never came out because it was suppressed. Now you're okay with the energy of things being ordinary, and you're putting that effort instead into making yourself glow. Everything that you want within yourself, about your body, whatever that is, you're working on that to make it glow. You're okay with the ordinary, and that's really what's making you master with the Eight of Pentacles, that energy. And you being okay until that works, you see, patience until that works is doing wonders. It's really making you win at something that you couldn't achieve before or get before in relationships. And you're getting it now because that energy was always suppressed. You weren't allowing yourself to energetically draw that to you. So now that you are letting this out, healing that energy emotionally, physically, spiritually, there's so much healing. And your cards are saying, never say never. You are changing so much that something major is happening in this area. So think, what is it in the area of relationships that you thought would never happen? Did you think you would, for example, not find the right person? Or maybe you are in a relationship and you thought, is it not going to get better? Or is it not in love at all? Is it like you wanted to be popular and you thought, that would never happen? Or is it you wanted to find your community of people, you couldn't attract them to you? I would say there's one thing your heart always desired, but I think instead of releasing that energy, you decided without realizing to not admit that there's something to change, and it was hurting your ego. And so unconsciously you then decided, that's never supposed to happen for me, I don't want it anyways. So here you're becoming so okay with the things that are ordinary. You're becoming okay with the things that you want to change, and you're working so hard from the very beginning. We can see that you are working so hard that on yourself to glow, and you are glowing now. That as this emotion is releasing and finding a space to release itself and heal out of your body, you are succeeding in that which you thought would never happen for you. And that is happening so much that whatever this is, it's resulting to someone or people, depending on what you wanted, admiring you for who you are, for your real you. You're glowing as your real you, as this suppressed energy is being released, and you're being admired for who you are as a person. So that is the Isa rune, like working hard, going through the dark, and dealing with the frustrations, feeling like you're frozen, nothing is moving, bearing with that until you deal with what needs to deal with, to pause, to take your time for things to heal, to be released, to work on yourself until you find the treasure. And the treasure it is these days. What you never thought, it's a prophecy. What you thought was not going to happen to you. It's not just happening, it's a prophecy. And I don't know why it's a prophecy. Is this going to benefit you in some way? So can we kindly know why it's a prophecy specifically for pile number 2, please. Why is it a prophecy? Whoa. Well, it's a prophecy because it's part of your North Node, your journey to transcendence. It's prophesied because it will help you to grow as a person. Because obviously you can see you can actually see it here. The master, 8 of Pentacles, is mastery. You're mastering the self. And so it's prophesied because this is a great part of your growth journey to experience that which you are wishing for. You've got the 2 of Wands with possibilities. Okay. You've got the Ace of Cups with going with the flow. You've got the 9 of Swords with sorrow. And you've got the 3 of Pentacles with guidance. It is prophesied because it is your path towards enlightenment, actually, what is meant to happen here. It is giving you more options to vibrate and heal and to do maybe your mission with the possibilities with the 2 of Wands, to envision other things that you can do that maybe you felt you were restricted from before. It is part of your path and your journey to transcendence. It is definitely part of your healing, especially the heart chakra, but healing your emotions. It's going to be very helpful in that area. Healing your stress, your sorrow, specifically sorrow. I was going to say stress, but it says sorrow. So I'm going to trust that, or maybe both, healing your sorrow and your stress or anxiety, because stress is there. So stress and sorrow. And so with that happening, it's part of the universal guidance towards your path of transcendence, my dear pile number 2. So big things happening in the area of relationships, as well as your career, by the way. Big things happening next, but especially in the area of relationships, because it is helping you heal something. And as you are working towards healing yourself, your outside experiences change equally. And this time it's allowing you to experience something that you thought you would never experience. So do you want to know what that is? I know it's going to be different from each one listening, but at least we can see its energy. So what is the never here that is prophesied? You've got the 8 of Swords with guilt. What's that energy? The Magician. Oh. 3 of Swords. This is a big deal. I'm glad I asked. And the 8 of Wands. It is really part of your North Node journey. Wow. You can really see the sorrow here. We saw it. I was remembering. Where did we see it? It was in the 9 of Swords. Yes, it did say sorrow. You were isolating yourself. Wow. I think in terms of your relationships, it has to do with you not connecting maybe nearly with anyone. Perhaps that's what the bat here is showing. So I feel like you were suffering from a lot of sorrow, stress, guilt, perhaps shame. Yes. And so all of these emotions poking at you, do you see? You keep getting that energy. All of this is preventing you from enjoying connections with others. For some of you, with the pregnancy here, it was due to some deep sorrow from childhood, from the mother or the father or the parents, but very specific. I may not be right with everyone here. Is this why you're growing as a person? Are these connected? Perhaps. Any case, back to the relationship part. There is some sadness, shame, guilt, hurt ego, sadness, that really was preventing you exactly. And it was a huge part of your spiritual journey, especially in this lifetime, for you to heal that. And you are really doing what they call the inner work of asking yourself the hard questions, releasing what you've been saying. You're doing a fantabulous job here. Taking care of your body, taking care of your emotions. You're really going to have a genuine glow up. And this time with the Magician, that wish is coming true. What you thought would never happen. And the Magician card is all about as above, so below. And so, you know, pile number one had something so close here. The Magician card came out, and I told them as above, so below. If you want to watch pile number one and get more information about what you can expect next in your life, I highly recommend it. So as above, so below shows that as within, so without. I would say in your pile as well, as within, so without. As you are changing your inner world, your perception, your emotions, the way you vibrate, your outer world is dramatically going to change for you. You will start having many new experiences on your path that you've never had before, things that you will enjoy, and especially with the Eight of Wands, this is going to start happening relatively quickly in your life. And I see with the Eight of Wands, many traveling. This could be actual traveling to different places. And it could be just simply talking about how there's going to be movement after isolation. And so I see you moving a lot on the road, back and forth, going to different places. I see you commuting a lot because now you are meeting a lot of people or meeting someone a lot. So there's movement, you know, the Eight of Wands, there's great movement in that area. And I think the cards didn't get too specific because it really is meant to manifest in a different way for each one listening. But it is in that area where you thought wouldn't happen. There's a prophecy. You're meant to have that. And it could be all of it, because what I actually saw when we opened up the cards with the isolation is that actually there was no activity at all. Not just, I forgot that part. Not just in one area of your life. It seems like there was no activity, mostly with people. It was good for you to stay on your own to heal, but now it's time for you to come out and enjoy your outer world to the fullest. You've done a great job, my dear pile number two. I hope you are somebody told you. You'll have so many people tell you and admire you, but I admire the work that you've done. That's work. Good for you, my dear pile number two. Good job. Okay, so now let's take a look at the next thing that you can expect, the unexpected surprises. What's next in your life in terms of the unexpected surprises? Right, actually, it's better we keep it here so we have the space. You've got the bridge. Wow, reminds me of the rainbow bridge in Norse mythology. Right, so you're crossing to the other side of something. Okay, you've got you're bypassing, crossing to the other side from danger. You felt you were gonna fall and drown, but the surprise here is that you're crossing to the other side. You're making it. You've got sweetheart. Ooh, love that. Okay. You have the spark, passion, creativity, joy, rekindle your inner fire. Wow, you're really awakening, aren't you? Okay. And you've got the Laguz rune. That's cleansing, healing. Wow, there. Okay. So what's the surprise? We know you're healing. I can't wait to find out for you. Let's see what the surprise is. You've got the Six of Pentacles with compromise. You've got the Death card with transformation. The Three of Pentacles with guidance. the Nine of Wands with exhaustion. For some of you, with the Six of Pentacles here, for some of you, especially that it says sweetheart here, I feel like you're finding your counterpart, your mirror, your, if you believe in twin flames as well, these look like twins. So that's a surprise here for some of you. And finally, this one's sticking out. Let's see what card that is. And another six, the Six of Swords with the burden. You're really exhausted and burnt out here. No, we need to put this together. So other than the twin flame, of course, your healing leading to you finding your equal counterpart. What are we seeing here? This part is so focused on your transformation, your healing, your enlightenment, and you crossing to the other side. You know, in Norse mythology, the rainbow bridge is only where the heroes and the gods pass to the other side, to the Asgard, to the heavens. So you're going to a very unique place. And we did see traveling. So some of you may actually be traveling to a beautiful place. But nonetheless, you're amongst the gods now and the heroes. So you're being perceived as, I don't know, highly respected. As this healing happens, you're being perceived as highly respected, sweetheart. It means that many people love you for who you are. There's a huge globe. I think you'll be so surprised with the unexpected attention and love and respect and admiration that you will get with this huge glow up. As you can see, that is leading up to opportunities or doors opening up for you. And I feel like for some of you, this is leading to a beautiful counterpart or a beautiful best friend, or, you know, this could be soul family, matching energy, kindred souls, finding your right community. And it's all talking about how this transformation and you heeding the call or heeding your guidance has really allowed you to make that transition. It's very clear. Although you were very exhausted, with the Nine of Wands, you stood there strong. You continue to persevere. You continue to do the effort. You continue to do the work and listen to your guidance. Always listening to your guidance until you made that transformation. So what's unexpected is several things due to this transformation. As mentioned, a lot of admiration, respect, love, being regarded as like, I don't know, like a wow person. Like someone way up there. They call it in the US the it person. Perhaps you're regarded as the it person. You're glowing so bright. Some of you are finding the right person. You're becoming the person who you want to be. That's another surprise. So many surprises due to that. You are becoming and you're able to do things with all of the arms here that you couldn't do before. Some of you will find yourselves to be great guides that is able to take this knowledge that helped you change to help guide others. You find yourself surprised to be a guide and something that you suffered a lot through. Now you are not just someone who has healed. Now you're someone who is able to help others. Guide them now. Tell them, hey, I've been in your place. I know what it's like. Believe me. Don't look at it this way. Look at it that way. Do this, do that. It will really help you out. So that's another thing that will surprise you. Watching you guiding others, helping elevate others, just as you helped yourself. And overall, I'm feeling like this was in a row all on its own, because not only is this affecting your relationship specifically, which we asked about, but as you can see, it's going to surprise you in so many different elements of you becoming the expert after not knowing what to do. And that's right here, the mastery. You've got the master card several times. It looks like you're really going to be guiding people with that type of healing. Maybe you will actually work as a guide. Who knows? Like maybe you will enlighten others. That's why you're regarded as up there. Like, hey, this used to be my issue. I did this. I did that. Maybe you're going to be a writer. Maybe you're going to be a guide, a speaker. You never know. But yeah, there will be a lot of attention for sure on you, which we can see all over your reading. There's a lot of attention, admiration. You even have the eyes here, all eyes on you. Everyone is watching you. And as you're growing, you're helping others grow, which is who you are and how we were introduced about you from the very beginning. So it's no surprise that you're going to be taking this information, helping others reach their potential as well. That's up next. Like, this is up next for you, my dear pile number 3. I wish you the best of luck with this huge things coming up next for you in your career, relationships, and how you're growing as a person, how that's changing your life. This was your reading, my dear pile number 2. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's next in your career, relationships, and unexpected surprises. Can't wait to get into your reading. We're going to be doing each one on a separate row so that we get as much information as possible regarding each part. But before we begin, very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amazonite in the shape of a heart. Some of you have picked this pile through the 9 of Pentacles of this deck. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Follow your intuition. And if after the reading you feel drawn, or you feel called to watching the pile with your zodiac sign as well, you can always do that. Okay, so let's check out what's next for you, starting off with your career. Right, so you've got the desert. Interesting with the desert. Maybe some of you are feeling a lack of something in your careers. Maybe some of you are looking for a job, or maybe some of you have been going on for so long without being adequately paid, and you're like hanging on by a thread or feeling like, I hope something changes very soon. So there's obviously a very critical situation when it comes to the desert. It's lack of resources, a lack of needs. You're working hard. You know, the desert also is burnt out. You're burnt out. It's hot. It's you're tired. You're burnt out, and you know you're holding on to the last breath, hoping that something changes and something happens in that aspect. So my heart's with you, my dear pile number 3. Let's check out the rest of your cards. You've got conversation. Oops. There we go. Conversation. All right. You have the brain, and it says do not use. Okay, so memory, personality, thought, use it or lose it. Okay, very curious. Let's take a look at your rune. You've got the Awaz rune. I would say, you know, the Awaz rune is both resilience and an end of something. So we'll have to wait and see which one it is. We'll take a look at your tarot cards first. So you've got the King of Cups. The Ten of Swords. This is great news, the Ten of Swords. It means the end of a pain, and I do see you being in a lot of pain. So let's see. Whoa, another king, the King of Wands. This is really good, all right? You've got the Ten of Cups. Wow, things are going to change dramatically for you. I promise you, and you're going to see. You've got, look at that. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is a wish fulfillment. Things are changing dramatically for you. So let's start reading the details of the cards and see what it's saying. Something is going to change here with a conversation that you're going to have with someone. This could be an interview for some of you. But after this conversation, things are changing in a dramatic way. It's the end of that pain. And although you're feeling like that's it, I'm towards the end, it is the end. Don't worry, my dear pal number 3, that's the end of it. King of Cups shows that you're going to love. You're moving from opposite energies of like feeling burnt out, not knowing what to do, to being in a situation where you really love what you have. You are enjoying this. You're not just working, since this is your career. You're really enjoying what you're doing. You're feeling fulfilled. You're happy to be leaving the past behind along with the pain. And you feel like with the King of Wands that now you're in a situation where you feel powerful. You feel creative. With the King of Wands, you feel like you're in power of your world. And look, there might even be a house coming up. If you have a wish regarding maybe getting a house, it's in the cards for you. So you're really going to be happy. You're moving from two poles, two ends of a spectrum. Absolute burnout, sad, not knowing what to do, not having anything, to the opposite end. Do you see? Where you have so much, you're fulfilled, you're very happy and enjoying this. So what is the brain saying here? I really need help with that. I have an idea pertaining to the Awaz rune and the brain, but I think let's get like clarifying cards. So you've got the Strength card. Oh, it's the other way round. You haven't used a skill perhaps in a long time because of the hibernation here. I feel like you haven't been using a skill for a long time. Awaz rune, you know, it has to do with the yew tree, which a lot of ancient priests and priestesses would sit under its shade, and they would calm down because it emits a psychoactive aroma. So I feel like there's definitely the idea of you haven't been using a skill, the muscle of your brain in some area for a long time. Okay, so then what? What with that part, please? Can we get more clarification? That's coming out, and it's coming out strong. It's like you're so skilled at something. Oh, you're so skilled at something, and that will be coming out strong soon. Right? How and why? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Right. Six of Cups. You're talented. You're innate talent with the Six of Cups. You're going to be using it soon. Action of Wands. You're going to take action. Ooh, things are changing for you. Three of Wands. So that ties it up for us here. Right. So yes, obviously there's a new beginning here through a conversation. As we said, this could be an interview. This could be you talking with someone and both of you realize that you can collaborate and do something together. But there is a surprise coming up and it's ending all of that pain for you. You will soon have, whether you know it or not, you will soon have a conversation with someone talking about how you're so skilled at something and you haven't been able to use it, maybe in an interview or with someone, and they will happily give you the opportunity to use that innate skill that you have. You'll be able to use it once again. You will start right away with the Action of Wands and the Three of Wands. Both cards are talking about instant movement, fast movement. And so a surprise here is coming up. I know the surprise row hasn't come up, but I have a surprise for you here. You will be surprised to be using a skill that you have not used in a long time. Through a conversation, someone will be impressed and admire that skill, will feel like there's so much that can be done, and that opportunity will open its doors for you again. Now, you're gonna start working in something that you love. You'll be able to, in contrast, go, oh my God, do you see the difference of working in something that I love so much as opposed to the toxicity that I had to go through and the pain that I had to go through? What a life. How can I wake up like that, enjoying life and bringing, and the King of Wands, you're super talented at this and using my talent in this way. There's the fish again. There's the fish. Somebody's giving you that opportunity to use your power to bring something unique out. That will result in two things. You living a very happy life, doing your job every day, more than you can imagine with the Ten of Cups. And it's leading to financial fulfillment with the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be living a fulfilled life financially. You're going to be able to get a home that you love, or fly, travel a lot, live a luscious, abundant life. Your life is changing. You're going from the desert to the Amazon here, a luscious forest. Life is changing for you, my dear pile number 3. Big time. So now that, since this is a huge surprise, if we're allowed, can we kindly know, when is this conversation? When can you expect this conversation? If you should be focused on time. Action of Swords. This looked like, I know it's the peak of a mountain, but the way it's drawn reminds me of fingers. And at a first glance, I saw this as an arm and this as an arm, and there's a handshake here. You see what I mean? Action of Swords. Action is fast. The Knight of Swords is a fast-moving knight. So, surprise, surprise. Then what are you going to get in the surprise part? Oh my God. Surprise, surprise. And a deal is coming up very quickly here in your life, by the way. Whoa, the World card. So many changes are happening because of this deal. Whoa, okay, a card fell out as well as this one. So let's see what card fell out. 2 cards, actually. And look at the hands. Your hands were tied, and through a deal, you're free. 5 of Pentacles. Yes. Oh my God, thank you for the details. And the 8 of Wands. In terms of timing, Knight of Swords, 8 of Wands, this is something happening very quickly. And I feel like your hands were tied previously. That's ending with the World card, because With the Five of Pentacles, this is lack. Perhaps you had to stay so stuck to where you were, the position, the work, or trying to look for another different type of job, because you had to make ends meet with the Five of Pentacles. You had to. And now, look at all the feathers and the butterflies. The messages are all around you. Something you've been promised is about to manifest right now. This whole world is ending and you're moving very quickly to a new journey. You will be surprised to see yourself maybe commuting on a new road every day. That's like very specific, but it means you'll be very surprised to see yourself moving in a very different direction. The road you're on is turning, my dear. And there's a huge deal coming up through a conversation that will change everything after this conversation. You're getting to know each other. Maybe even if this is an interview, during the interview, you talk about your passion, what you can do, something comes up, and the person hiring you is so impressed with that skill and they want to use it, and they offer you a better package, they offer you a better position. They say, hey, you know what, forget about this company, come with me. Let's do something. Let me bring this energy to life. You will be so surprised, my dear pile number one, at how drastically your life changes from one end of a spectrum to another, especially when it comes to both things, your happiness and your abundance, your happiness and creativity at work, you bringing out your talent, enjoying what you're good at, as well as making a lot of money out of it. And that's what happens when we're lucky enough to tune into where's the journey card, when we're moving towards our north node. Okay, so that is exactly what I see happening in your life at the moment. You will be surprised with the changes. Okay, let's now take a look at the second part of your reading. What's next in your relationships, my dear pile number 3? Let's find out together. What's up next for you in relationships? Very, very, very exciting pile. Okay, it doesn't want to come out. Let's leave it. Let's find out. So, first card is this one. The Four of Swords. Relaxed, chilled, really nice. Okay. It's a place where you rest in the next phase of your life. You're really enjoying it, rejuvenating. Okay. That's the first clue. You've got, the stone. That's the Philosopher's Stone. My dear, something in your life is, the Philosopher's Stone has to do with changing basic metal to gold. So something for some of you, I'm sure it's gonna differ as I read the different energies, especially in the relationships part. If you have a relationship in your life, or you have a friend that you like, or something along the lines, a chilled connection is turning into more than that. It's turning into gold, into something super important in your life for some of you. I'm seeing that for some of you. Okay, let's take how about we push this up like this and place a card here, right next to it, right underneath it. You've got the spark. A spark is happening. I think it's so clear. The cards are so clear. Passion, creativity, joy, rekindle your inner fire. Rekindle your inner fire. For some of you, just saying, for some of you, not everyone, if this doesn't resonate with you, please don't claim it. But it's there, I must say it. For some of you, there is rekindling of old love. It's happening for some of you here. All right. Let's see what else. I'll be telling you all the different types of energies that I see. And then you have merchant. This is a give and take. Merchant is give and take. Give me something valuable that I need. I'll give you something valuable that you need. That's trade. That is merchant. Okay? Let's take a look at your rune. You've got the Thurisaz. Your cards they take time to form. So let's wait. Let's wait and see. Oh, this one moved. All right. So you've got Temperance. You're stepping into something, a stepping stone. Right. Eight of Cups. Oh, some of you are gonna make a bold move here. Look, the Philosopher's Stone again. What? So that's what's transforming. I've got so much to tell you guys. I can see different energies for different people. Hold up. You've got the Seven of Swords. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. You've got the Four of Cups. Again, your life is completely transforming in the area of relationships. Whether these are like social relationships or love relationships. You've got the Five of Pentacles. In any case, whether you were in a relationship or not, the Five of Pentacles shows, as well as this specific Four of Cups, by the way, apathy. Five of Pentacles, lack. So if you were in a relationship, it wasn't giving. It wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't giving. You weren't feeling anything. In fact, with the Five of Pentacles, you lacked so much. So first, let's start off with the people in a relationships that are not happy in their relationship. I would say you're cutting off, you're making a bold move of cutting off a connection in your life. And even if this works for you, even if you're single, because that is definitely happening in another area of relationships in your life. You're making a bold move here and you're cutting ties with someone who brought destructive energies in your life. That move is super powerful because you can see with the Philosopher's Stone here, the Philosopher's Stone there, that it's not the Philosopher's Stone, but it reminds me of the Philosopher's Stone. Maybe I should show it to you up close so you can see what I'm talking about. You see? This is why it's referring me to this card, the triangle and the square. So this is going to be a huge move forward when it comes to your relationships, because obviously you can see here your relationship wasn't giving, whatever that type of relationship was. Turi says you're bringing disruption, you're bringing something down, breaking. This is a breakup. You're like, we're not talking to each other anymore, you're not gonna be in my life, this is over. So I see you making a very good move, but it's a bold step forward towards a huge transformation in your life. And that's not all. A spark is, you're first of all finding peace, inner peace, joy back in your life, and a spark is happening. So all of that is happening at the same, in the next phase of your life. And you're ending something that was disruptive, it wasn't working, and also at the same time there is a spark. So maybe they're not related. Maybe this is in the area of like breaking up with a best friend and saying you've been toxic, we shouldn't continue anymore, but making a great connection with a new loved person, right? A new person that where there's a spark. So please take these two energies how they resonate. So yeah, I do see a bang here. You're breaking up ties with someone with the Seven of Swords. This is like lying, cheating, sneaky, doing things behind your back, taking things that they shouldn't take, things like that with the Seven of Swords. And I feel like you'll be guided in an instant to change that energy for yourself, make that bold move, and disrupt and cut ties with that person. You're like, goodbye, my dear. For a while, I see that you will be finding your joy back and resting and finding peace and feeling very happy that you took this guided step. And also next is a huge spark that is about to change so much about the form of your life. You could have been living an okay life when it comes to your connections, regular metal to gold, but now you're gonna have a spark with someone, and it's bringing a different type of relationship in your life, something golden, something that fulfills the soul. For some of you, this huge breakup and then spark could be, because it says rekindle, so it could be with that person that you will break up with. Perhaps this person will change a lot. They will understand the real dynamics of give and take. It's there for some of you. A spark is gonna happen. Oh my god, suddenly my computer was going on and off because of the charger. I had to take it out, but that reminds me of the light because the screen was going like that. So be careful. Some of you not all of you, but if you've noticed on and off dynamic, tongue, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, that is your warning to cut this tie completely. But if this is a person who you know is a good person, but is changing into gold, changing who they are, the things that they weren't working on, they're actually working on, and you can see that they are good people, then of course you can see with the merchant here, it's going to be a proper give and take. So that's another thing that I saw for some of you. But the two energies next for everyone watching: one connection being cut off because it wasn't giving, it was there was dying emotions here. Nothing real was there. And that's going to be a bold step for you, but it's going to feel so good. And then I also see, and you can see it with the 10 of Pentacles, whether this is a community for some of you or a person, there's a new spark happening also for you. That is with very healthy people. There's a lot of give and take. I care for you, I give for you, they care for you, they give for you. It's very peaceful, it's rejuvenating, it's healing. And that's going to be two major changes that you can expect in the area of your relationship next. But this is super transformative in your life. With regards to this on and off energy, if you have an on and off person that you will cut out, does this mean that there will be a spark with somebody else? Two of Wands, yes, that vision is there for you as well. But with the Two of Wands, it's not formed. It depends on the decisions that you will take. If you shall cut off this person, then that vision becomes clear. If you don't, then the possibility may still be there, but it may not form. So that's what I see, my dear pile. You also got the Five of Swords and the Ace of Swords. It's kind of like it's up to you with the Five of Swords. You can, if you decide, Ace of Swords, you can get to that energy. But if you don't, it's also your decision. Right, so yeah, decision, Two of Wands, it's very clear in that area. Okay, so that's the second thing that I see here for you, my dear pile number 2. Do you want more details on who is that sneaky person? Perhaps, if you're wondering. I would doubt you're wondering, but in case. The Sun and the Four of Wands is someone that makes you happy, but you like try to reach out a lot to get that happiness. So obviously this is a person who's usually out of reach. Yeah, it's not some, it's a lot of the times out of reach. Or you have to do a lot, like the leveling up of the Four of Wands. You have to do a lot to reach them. Yeah, kind of energy. Definitely not good. All right. So that's the second part that we see in your reading. Let's check out the third part of your reading, the unexpected surprises. Can't wait to check that out for you. So this one's sticking out. Let's take that. So you've got the Father. All right. You've got the Ansu's rune. Wow, you know, the Ansu's rune has to do with Odin, God, Father. In the Christian faith, Father, Son, and Spirit. So I'm all of a sudden in awe because I really feel like something divine is happening, and for some of you, like this is from God to you, perhaps a gift from God to you or something. Let's see the rest. You've got the sprout. You see something, life happening from nowhere? Do you see? Maybe you're gonna have something grow out of nowhere. New developments. Wow. Okay. Lover. Lover, I feel like you're getting first of all, a message here that the divine, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, really loves you. Isn't this sweet? Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So sweet. You've got the Empress. Again, this is nurture, care, love. I think, okay, I should wait. You've got the Six of Pentacles. Wow. Doesn't this feel magic? You're really getting a gift for sure. Okay. Wow, the hands again. You're receiving, do you see? Receiving something that you've been very patient about. Generously with the Six of Pentacles, and the Empress is the same thing, abundance, generosity. Seven of Pentacles. Action of Swords. We did see that here. Is that the gift, perhaps? The Knight of Swords. It's almost like when that happens, whatever we're going to find out, remember, this is my message to you, that I love you. Isn't this sweet? You've got the Sun card. And you've got, wow, the World card. Look, my dear pile number 3, your world is about to be so positive. There is a change of season, and that's going to be a huge gift given to you. And we did see the change of season here, and there we see it again. There's going to be a shift in season from the cold to the warmer season, to the positive side of life. And we can see with the World card, your whole life is going to change. Change. And it's going to change so drastically that from nowhere. And we did see it was from nowhere here. And I feel like you're getting a message of remember, when your life changes that drastically, it's me telling you I love you. You're going to feel so cared for, so nurtured. You're going to live in such great abundance and generosity You won't even know from where this all came from. This will happen through a deal that is about to come forth and move in your life. And that deal is going to change your whole life. It's going to change who you are, and perhaps you will even have many people follow your path. Many people follow your path. That's the real wow energy of turning regular metal into gold. That's like extreme change. It symbolizes that extreme life change that you're generally going to go through, my dear pile number 3, even in the area of relationships and who knows what else. I feel like there's a whole change in many areas of your life. But mostly there seems to be the energy of, how can I explain this? Of indulgence, of being pampered, of being greatly taken care of always feeling the love between you and the divine energy. The message is, remember my love, my words to you when this happens. And my dear pile number 3, this was your reading. This is what I see. I wish you the best of luck in the major, huge, I don't know how to explain it, transformation that's going on in your life. Your life is going to change in I want to say, a weird but good way, surprising way. And even you are going to think, from where did this all happen? I wish you the best of luck with that. And I'll leave you with this message. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.